What is happening? This is Linus, you're watching TechLion, and in today's video I wanted to talk about Nokia 8.3 5G, which is a premium mid-range level device that costs around £500 here in the UK. A few standout features: a quad camera system that uses Zeiss lens and a massive screen. As always, if you want to learn all the pros and cons of this device, make sure to watch an entire video. Nokia 8.3 is a big phone thanks to its gigantic 6.81-inch LCD screen. It's just 60Hz and it's not an AMOLED panel, but I found it to be pretty good overall. It is sharp, it's vivid, and it is plenty bright even for outdoor use. A huge screen means a great overall multimedia experience. However, the phone has just an above-average bottom-firing loudspeaker, so you may want to use a pair of earphones since this phone still has a headphone jack. If you need a lot of local storage, there is a micro SD card slot. We have pretty slim bezels except for the chin on the bottom. There is a camera cutout on the top left for a 24-megapixel shooter. A Gorilla Glass 3 protects a shiny backplate which attracts fingerprints and smudges quite fast. An aluminum rail that has a somewhat plasticky feeling coating goes all around the device, and it houses a power key that doubles as a pretty fast and reliable fingerprint reader. There is also a volume rocker on the right, and on the left you can find a dedicated Google Assistant button. Sadly, you cannot remap it, only disable it. As for optics, we have a quad camera system with a regular, wide-angle, macro, and depth sensors. There is no optical image stabilization, but the cameras have a Zeiss lens and some software tricks up its sleeve. More on that later on. The overall build of the phone is quite nice. Nothing exceptional, but nothing to complain about. Well, James Bond didn't complain about it, so why would you? When it comes to hardware, some people might be disappointed that this phone uses an upper mid-tier processor instead of the flagship-grade chipset. Now, I get that Snapdragon 865G certainly isn't a replacement for the very best tech on the market, but it is a comprehensive, affordable chipset that supports most of the latest high-end trends like 5G. When it comes to gaming, this phone performs pretty well. I was able to play my favorite titles like Call of Duty, PUBG, and Asphalt Extreme without any issues. Well, the graphics may not look that impressive like on flagship phones, but the overall gaming performance has been great. The great performance continues when using the phone for the basic stuff thanks to no small part of nice and clean stock Android user interface. HMD Global guarantees at least 2 years of software updates and another 3 years of security patches for this phone for that extra peace of mind. Since we don't have any bloatware or any gimmicky features, the phone feels fast and smooth pretty much all the time. One of the standout features of the Nokia 8.3 5G is video capabilities. The video resolution tops out at 4K 30 FPS. If you record using the main lens, you can get a really nice and smooth video with natural-looking colors and a decent amount of detail. However, things get worse when you start using the wide-angle lens that produces footage with a significant amount of noise and less detail than I expected. There's also the so-called action camera mode that lets you take gimbal-like video, but the quality could be better. I would recommend you sticking to 4K 30 FPS as the video is stable enough for most of the situations and the quality is good. Selfie video resolution maxes out at 2K 60 FPS and the quality is really good. I especially like the stabilization. There's also the so-called dual-side video mode that allows you to record videos using both the main and selfie shooter at the same time. What impressed me the most about the video? Sound recording quality thanks to Ozo audio technology, which records the full 360 degrees sonic range. The sound is clear, deep, and rich. Here are a few samples. Make sure to use a good pair of headphones to appreciate the sound quality. This is a video test using the front-facing camera of Nokia 8.3. This is 2K 60 FPS resolution. This is a video and audio test, wind reduction feature on. In order to unleash the full potential of video capabilities, you should use the cinema mode that allows you to adjust quite a few image settings manually. It records in 21:9 aspect ratio, and there is even H-log format for basic color grading that can be done right on the phone. Here's how the footage looks before and after Rec 709 grading. There are a few preset filters that give the video different looks. This is some sort of simplified version of Sony Xperia Cinema Pro app. You can also add a Zeiss flare to the video, which is a bit gimmicky yet fun to use in practice. For me as a video shooter, these features are fun to use as the footage shot using cinema mode looks quite unique. Now let's talk about still image quality. Daylight shots usually look quite nice, even though wide angle and the main camera's colors and white balance don't always match. The dynamic range is usually good on both cameras. When it comes to detail, the main camera is pretty good, whereas the wide angle shooter could produce a tad sharper images. Portraits may not always have perfect edge detection, but the overall quality is usually great, especially for social media needs. Macro shots do not really impress. I suggest you switch straight to the night mode in low light, and for the most part you'll be happy with the results. The quality is not ideal, but certainly not bad. Selfies and selfie portraits usually come out nice and sharp in daylight, but not so great in lower lit situations. The battery life has been really good considering a massive screen and a relatively small power bank. On average, you should be able to get about 6 or 7 hours of screen on time. If you use the phone mainly for video and social media at about 50% of screen brightness, you should be able to get about 10 hours of SOT. The supplied 18 watts charger fully charges the phone in about 1 hour and 40 minutes. As you may expect, there is no wireless charging on board. Connectivity has been great too, and the phone has plenty of 5G bands, so you can use it in a lot of places globally. Bluetooth 5 assures good wireless sound quality, and I tested it with the Nokia Power earbuds that are priced at around £80 in the UK. The sound quality is really good, the buds are IPX7 water resistant, there are convenient touch controls, and charging case provides up to 150 hours of earbud battery life. I also found the buds to be really comfortable to wear even for longer periods of time. Overall, the Nokia 8.3 5G is an interesting phone that offers a huge screen, good battery life, and stock Android experience with at least 2 years of software updates. The phone's camera system performs quite well in good light, and it offers quite a few unique features for video shooters. Lastly, sound recording quality is one of the best you can get on any phone. The main downsides include a non-remappable Google Assistant key, pretty average loudspeaker, and last but not least, the price, as there is plenty of competition out there that offers better specifications on paper, which is the key attraction point to the consumer. All in all, Nokia 8.3 5G is a good phone with no major shortcomings, yet you may also want to see what the competition has to offer in the sub-$600 range. So, what is your take on Nokia 8.3 5G? Would you buy this phone or would you go with another option? As always, like the video if you liked it, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, follow me on social media for all the latest updates, and as always, it was Linus, thank you for watching and see you soon.